Wide receivers, I think they did a pretty decent job. I wondered when I started looking on the film, from all 22, when Pat was looking down the field, how come guys weren't open? And when I looked down, I was like, there was a few guys that was open, like maybe not getting through your progression. And maybe that's part of the problem. When he gets flush, he can't get through his progression like he needs to find guys. And then he wants guys to run around to get open. And I think some did a great job, other ones maybe not. But I think they know, okay, this is what the Chiefs do. They're looking to get those open areas and, find to extend plays. And some guys get open like that. Rashid Rice had a good game. I mean, I thought this was, what he was doing. Hollywood Brown caught, a couple balls, and Xavier Worthy did a good job. Hadn't seen Juju do anything the past few weeks, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same thing with Tyquan Thornton. And I get everybody wants a deep ball. We threw him a deep ball. He's double covered. Okay? We teams know he's out there on the field. They're going to know it too. They're going to say, hey, look, they're going to try to get the ball to 80 deep. What they're going to try to do. But our moneymaker's right there is 4-1. Hollywood Brown cut some good balls. And so I think they did a decent job, man. What I do want to see from our wide receivers, and this is why I gave them this grade, I want to see finish for them guys in the run game. It seems like Juju's the only one in there that will finish his blocks like he should. And I need to see a little bit more from my wide receivers doing it and just knowing it. So with that being said, I gave our wide receivers a B-.
Yeah, I thought this was probably one of Rice's best games. That catch he had in the end zone was unreal. For him to get up there and have that hang time to kind of go back to get that ball was awesome. I thought Hollywood's toe tap in the back of the end zone was awesome. He skied for that thing and got two toes down. Worthy's the one I wanted to ask you about, JD, because that's the one who's been getting kind of caught in the crosshairs for as far as Chiefs Kingdom on Twitter. And this is the one thing that I keep seeing a lot of is this. So people keep saying, they're going to say, you're never going to believe, this is kind of pretty much loosely what I've been seeing with a lot of Chief fans, but you're never going to believe which way Xavier Worthy ran. So people said there's a lot of green on that left side, and he ends up going right towards the sideline, and he ends up getting about 7 yards after this catch here. Can you logically talk about this? Because, I mean, it seems like his momentum's already going in that direction when he catches that ball. It's not fair to say guys catch it and then turn back the other way. Obviously, he's fast enough to do that, but he's getting a lot of flack for catching this and going towards number 14 and going towards the sideline.
Worthy don't know who's behind him. He don't know if there's a guy on the other side of him like that. He doesn't. He's catching this ball. He's secured it for one, first getting it in him, okay, because it's a late ball, and then immediately, because he's right-handed, he's turning to the right side. Like you said, his momentum's kind of bringing him this way. Shoot, you know what he can see more so over here would be to his left. He can see that more than he can see to the right. That's like what's behind him, and maybe he sees a glance of this one right. The defender coming into the what's the name into the frame up there at the top.
Right.
Maybe he can see him, but at this moment, he's kind of turned around. He don't know where everybody is. He just know he's catching this ball, he's securing it, and then he's taking off. So is this a video or is this just the catch?
It's just a still shot of this catch. Everyone just saying, look at all the green behind him. That's kind of because of all the receivers he's been taking, of all the players this week, he's been kind of taking the lumps as far as anybody I've seen.
Armchair quarterbacks. Here we go. Everybody's, you can see it up there in the stands. You can see it. You ain't on the field. You ain't in the crossfires. You don't know what's going on out there. And so he's just trying to, right now, he's trying to catch, gauging, where am I at on the field? Where's everybody at? And so when he's catching it, like you said, he don't know who's behind him. So he can turn around and get smashed. He doesn't know. But he knows where he was going. I think if I'm not mistaken, Marcus, his route was actually going over here that way.
Yes. His momentum was coming that way.
Yeah. So I mean, that's another reason he's running this way, because he just finished where his route was. Okay, and you would assume that you got green grass because he was going to be open. Well, he's open now.
Right.
That's where he's going to continue to go in that way because he knew he had green grass going over there. I mean, picking this, man. People look, when things don't go right, people looking for people to blame. Okay, that's what it is. All right, and then I say this. Look, I try to be fair with our guys. I do. Okay, because I played the game before, but I'm be honest. I'm be straight. For certain things I see technique wise, they can do better. Like I said, the wide receivers, what I want to see them do is finish, especially in the run game. If I can see them going up and getting on the safety or corner to go block, they need to do a much better job. They need to come off the line of scrimmage and know who they get. They need to do a much better job. But part of their job is when they catch this football, they are here to make plays and just get open and then make something happen. And so he gets open. He did his job. Now he's trying to do a little bit more. He doesn't know there's green grass back here on this other side of it. When we look up here and we see it on video and TV, oh, why don't you go here? Well, shoot, we have a different vantage point than all the bullets flying and people out here and stuff like that. That's normal. That's normal. So, is this the video?
Yes.
Yeah. So he don't shoot. He had no idea. So he spins. He just happened to shoot. Turn this way.
Too, but for me, my biggest grub of Worthy from this game, we talked about after the postgame show, was the drop he had and that free play that Pat just threw it up there for him, and it seemed like he didn't really wasn't really trying, and that's the one thing. This one I think it's bogus, but I think that one stood out to me more than anything else, and this one's getting talked about more than the other plays, which I think is odd. I think that play was the one that stood out to me.
Oh man, it's scramble drill. He catch the football, man. Now get busy.
Yeah.
Now get busy.
Yeah.
He just happened to turn that way. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 100% with you. Yeah, because I think that one showed more of are we not? What's going on here? You just gave up on the play and you just didn't even jump up for it because Bland didn't even play the ball there. Bland was just doing nothing. It's dude, that would have been huge. That would have been right before halftime. That one situationally and the way that whole thing kind of looked, I thought optically, that looked horrible. But for some reason, this is the play that people talk about more so, which is weird.
Yeah, he could have definitely went up for it and high pointed it. It came down, and the other guy got his hand in there. It was just oh, okay. But it did look like he kind of quit on it. It did he didn't even know it was a free play.
Yeah.
Or if he did, it was oh, okay. They called blew the whistle. Yeah, I was just what was that? So
yeah. Yeah, Demetrius Spence says, I was at the game, watching go down in real time. Worthy did what he could on that play.
I mean, you can see it.
Yeah.
You see it. He has no idea. He's trying to find himself on the field. He already done turned around. Okay. So go back to that play one more time, Marcus.
All right.
So what people don't quite understand, okay, when you run scramble drill, okay, there's certain rules to the scramble drill as well. All right. If you're the deep guy, you got to come shallow. If you're shallow goal, you go deep. If you're the mid-range guy, you got to go the way the quarterback is going, and somebody else is supposed to come underneath. So if we're watching this, okay, Xavier Worthy is playing up there, up in the bunch. He's back, yeah. And so just watch his route, okay. So this is what route he initially has. So he takes off. He has an over route, okay. So he's running across to run over. Okay, he ran through two guys to run over, right? But he sees, I think, down here who's that, Rasheed Rice? Okay, all right. So now, rule kicks in, okay? So go ahead and run it. He don't feel it. Now he's coming back to where Pat is. Now he's turning around. This is where he's got to get into the sight of where the quarterback is, okay? And he's kind of the deep guy. So Pat lets this thing go. All right. Now, obviously, if Pat because he's throwing off one leg and he's half his body's off the ground, he just got to get it to Worthy. Okay. It's not like he's throwing it deep and Worthy can keep running this way. But Worthy runs this. Okay. He turns around, coming this way, stops, catches the football. Now, he get a glimpse of this. The guy, I keep like y'all can see my screen when I'm pointing to it, but he gets a glimpse on the guy on the 35 initially coming down toward him. Okay, he gets a quick little glimpse of that. That's what is in his sight. So he turns back this way. Okay, down he sees the other guy, but he see also somebody else blocking. So he's like, let me use my speed to get around here. So he doesn't know anything else. I guarantee he realized he registered in his brain from initially seeing Rashid Rice on the other side that there's a defender over there with Rashid Rice. And maybe it could be somebody else over there with him too, right? He already ran through two guys. So now he's actually reverse a field to catch this ball with Pat. So he's just staying on that same lane and trajectory he was going before. This is ridiculous. It's madness to talk about that play.
Christopher Kelly says, between the Super Bowl and him playing through the season hurt, Worthy definitely deserves respect. Glad he's achieved. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of Worthy slander on because he's projected to get 62 catches for 600 yards this year. That's one of the tweets I saw. Yeah. And then they're taking away the few games he missed with the dislocated shoulder, and he's playing through that. Going to have probably surgery in the offseason. And then his constant ankle injury, which I'm sure he's probably going to have to get that cleaned up in the offseason too. So,
man, one all right with me, man. One is all right with me.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.